Groceries are expensive, right? And believe me, I am no different. They hit me just like everybody else. And because everything is so expensive, I actually end up with less clients. So I don't have the revenue I used to have. I don't think anybody does. So I posted in my post area about a half chicken and some steamed beans that I picked up from Costco. Now, is that chicken super healthy for you? Hell no. Does it feel whole? Does it taste good? Yes, it does. You can buy a whole chicken from Costco for $5, already cooked. You then can buy some green beans and bring them home and steam them. Now, you can make a total meal for one person. You cut that chicken in half with the green beans and whatever drink is your choice. You can do it for $5. Literally, you got a meal for $5. For two people, $10. Okay? Now, if you could eat that chicken for, say, 5 days, literally, you just ate on $50 for two people, which is pretty amazing. I'm going to show you some other ideas that I do, and they're not the healthiest, but they do fill the hole. Now, keep in mind, I am a diabetic, so I really have to be careful what I eat, or I'm going to be shooting up with more insulin with more things. So I eat a lot of beef, I eat a lot of steamed vegetables, I eat a lot of things that is not going to spike my blood sugar. And sometimes it raises my blood sugar a little bit, but when it comes down to it, money dictates what we all eat. Whether you're a diabetic or whether you're not, it will dictate what you eat. Now, I don't eat any macaroni. No macaroni whatsoever. No pasta. I mean, that is just filled with carbs. It'll spike my blood sugar so bad. It's super fattening. I mean, I've seen a lot of Americans in USA, and they'll be quite obese. And I'm not just talking a couple 100 pounds. I mean, I'm talking people that weigh 400 or 500 pounds. You can see them in Walmart. It's crazy. They're like 2 or 3 people. And then when you look at their buggy, you kind of understand why. When you see like 40 boxes of macaroni in it. And you'll hear people sit back and say, well, healthy food costs money if you don't have a lot of money. There's a certain amount of truth to that. There really is. But you have to be a lot more careful, is what you have to do. So here are some ideas. Basically, I will buy these here. Now, this is by Norm, okay? The ingredients are not super healthy, so don't even go there. And I make sure it's huge. This thing was $20 off Amazon. I cannot buy these at my Walmart. I don't even see them in Costco. I mean, literally, I have to order these off Amazon. They take almost a week and a half to get here, and they're about $20 for this one. Okay? This is beef bouillon, is what you might as well call it. And it's huge, as you can see. It's completely huge. I use this more than I use this. My wife likes this stuff. This is chicken. So what do I do with these? Well, the beef, I make a soup base with it. I'll then add a steak, and then I will cut up, and then I will add a whole bunch of vegetables, from celery to carrots, you name it, whatever you want to add. No macaroni, no rice. That stuff's filled with carbs. I do not add that stuff. Now, you can if you want, if you're not super overweight. But you're going to find that this really is nice, okay? Now, of this jar, I have 25 of them in the house, stacked on the shelf. I have 25 of these stacked on a shelf. I can literally eat this, believe it or not, I can eat that for 2 weeks solid, every day. With no problem when we're tight on groceries. I literally can, and I have. I mean, I've had situations where the money was just too tight. I had to pay a bill. And, it was like there wasn't that many clients. And I was like, what am I going to do? So that became my main source of food for a little while. It sucks, but it is what it is. Just if I'm hurting, then my clients are hurting. And money starts to get tight everywhere. Well, what suffers? Your food bill is what suffers. You'll pay a bill before you buy food. My dad did the same thing, and my dad worked in a factory. He made good money. My dad was hunting, fishing, smelt fishing. I can remember going smelt fishing when I was like 10 years old. And we'd fill up like 4 garbage cans of smelts, literally within 4 hours in one night. And then we would be up for a day and a half cleaning. Just crazy how much work we did to put food away. The rest, if we didn't clean them fast enough, my father would dig a hole in the garden, dump the rest in the garden, and bury them, and use them as fertilizer. Everywhere my dad could save money meant something else got paid. It meant he could buy a riding lawnmower. It meant he could get something that was needed for the house. Now, something else that I pick up. I picked these up. Okay? These are called Bear Creek. They are super affordable. They're like $10, $6. I mean, they give you the basis of what you're looking at. You add 6 cups of water to that. I mean, literally, you can make a meal for 4 people pretty easy with that. If you can't, double up. Now, on the back, they have directions. Like, they have one that has chili. You add hamburger to it, and you add a can of tomato paste to it. 8 ounces. And then you have a meal. Everything's there. It's quick. It's fast. It's amazing. Great for backpacking. But again, everything on the back is not super good for you. Okay? But it's better than nothing. Now, these here, I have quite a few of these in the house. I mean, chicken noodle, I probably have 50 of these. What's this one? Cheddar and broccoli, not so much. I probably got 20 of those. The chili ones, I probably got about 50. The ones I like, I have quite a few. I put on a shelf down here in the bunker, and they sit on a shelf for when we need them. These 3 things, okay, is what I have. Now, you hear a lot of people go buy those fancy foods in the bucket, the rice, the beans. That stuff's all garbage. You'll waste your money. You might as well call yourself a newbie prepper when you buy that shit. But if you're looking to turn around and actually have something that tastes good, something that has more versatility, that you can change it up, okay, this is what you're looking at. I buy one of these every now and then, throw it in my cart, takes a week and a half to get here. I don't care. Once I buy it, I forget about it. Goes on my shelf. This is what I do. I buy my spices the same way. They're in big bottles. So when you're looking for so-called prepping ideas, stay away from the so-called super guys that have, 100,000 subs, 1 million subs. I mean, they have no idea what they're talking about. Do you know why? Because they're making over $1,000 a month off YouTube AdSense. They have no clue. They go and look at some other people, even me, and then try to regurgitate a video from it, is what they try and do. Lordy, lordy. But if you're looking for something, consider stuff like this. Now, if I was going to, I don't have enough, but if I had more, I would literally put this into a bucket, and I would even put that Mylar bag around it and squeeze it, with to make it airtight, and put this in a bucket and then seal it. And I would say, okay, that's for when SHTF hits the fan. No, it's not. It's not how I do it. Okay? Literally, everything that I'm storing in the way of food for when SHTF happens is only good for 6 months. That's how I do it. So after 6 months, I will open that bucket and these start coming out. A new bucket is sitting over in the corner where I'm buying these, and they're being thrown in the bucket. I'm replacing. All right? Same thing with these. The older ones go to the front, the newer ones go to the back. And this is what goes on. This is stuff I use. Now, that's another point. If it's something you don't use, then it's garbage. I don't care if people say, oh, you got beans, you got rice. You ever try that shit? I did in the beginning, 20 years ago. I did. Had to soak the beans for 24 hours, needed outrageous amount of water by the time you even got to a meal. And I was like, this is bullshit. You need energy now. You're outside working, digging a hole for a latrine, or you're outside doing anything and you're burning energy. You need something, add water to, go, eat, and move. And that's the thing. You need something that is fairly quick, or something you can make from. So, for example, let's say I get a 50-pound bag of potatoes. Not good for a diabetic, but I do eat them. And you pay like $25 for a 50-pound bag of potatoes. Add this to it, You got yourself somewhat of a potato soup, add some meat to it, like maybe a pound of hamburger, and now you've got yourself quite a meal. You can experiment and get going on what's around. So look for things like this that's going to help you. It's going to taste good, and it's going to give you some energy. And it's fairly quick. Now, this takes 6 cups of water is what this takes. So water is very important, obviously. No problem with water in Tennessee. We have it everywhere. As you see when my bunker flooded. Oh, my God. Water's everywhere here. It's ridiculous. But I do carry a certain amount of water on standby. But the thing is, how much do I carry? 1,000. I think I got about 2,500 gallons of water on standby at any given time is what I have. I have 2 big blue jugs in my other room. I have 250-gallon containers. You'll see them in my videos in the background of the yard. I also dump those and fill them back up every 6 months. I mean, prepping is work. You got to pull your generators down. You got to take a look at them. You got to start them. You got to check your oils. I mean, all that stuff. It's like you never have enough time, literally. I actually have a list inside my notepad, my text pad, of things that I have to do. My phone has more reminders on it than you can shake a stick at. You know, I'll like, hey, Siri, remind me to change the oil on the generator in 6 months. Okay, I have that down. You know, it's crazy how many reminders it has. I really don't use my phone for surfing. I use my phone mainly for dealing with clients and actually keeping track of things I have to remember is what I have to do. With the recent storms we had, I tried to drive to a doctor's appointment yesterday. I couldn't make it, at least where I had to go. My wife got to hers. The road was out. The entire road from the floods we had here took out the whole road. I mean, you could get there, but it was a half an hour wait in between. They literally would hold you up while the hi-ho was digging up the road, dumping rocks and everything else, trying to shore it all up where it doesn't happen again. It was crazy how bad it was here. And they're just digging out now. Our rivers are so high, it's nuts. You can't even go on the rivers with your boats. There's a sign saying, no boating, no fishing. Because that thing's moving. You fall in that river and you don't have a life jacket on, you're dead. Okay, there are whole trees going down the river. I could be out there in my canoe and all of a sudden look up and there's a whole tree coming down to hit me. And I will not have time to get out of the way. It's just not safe. So, if you're looking for a few foods to get it together and keep you going, this might be the way to go for you. I'd like to hear some suggestions in the comment section. What are some foods you're definitely buying religiously? I don't want to hear beans. I don't want to hear rice. I want to hear shit you're buying. Now keep in mind, potatoes, they last the whole year. When I buy potatoes, I'll buy a couple bags of them. And sometimes I buy the smaller bags on purpose. They get a deal somewhere, and I'll go and buy enough bags of the smaller bags to equal 50 pounds. And then I'll put them aside in the bunker. This way, if one bag spoils, I throw out that one little bag. But I still have the other bags. Now I know to start paying attention to the other bags to see what's going on or start eating them because things are starting to go bad. Okay, what are you actually putting away? But these 3 items here, they kick ass. I'll catch you guys on the next one.